Welcome to the first ever Stewardship Night live event here at the First Presbyterian Church of Flint. My name is Joseph Novak. I have the privilege of being one of the pastors here at First Presbyterian Church of Flint, and I want to introduce you to my associate pastor, the Reverend Paul Itarock, coming in here. There he is.
It is great to be here tonight, Joseph.
All right. Hey, Josh, pull it back here for just a sec. Stewardship Night Live is a new idea we had this year because this year has been so strange for so many other things that we... Oh. No, that's fine. That's fine. We'll go like this. We thought that it would be fun for us to spend an afternoon having fun, celebrating the ministries of the First Presbyterian Church of Flint and looking forward to our future. One of the core functions of the membership and contributing members of this congregation is giving. That we willingly, Paul and I included, we willingly give of our financial resources to make sure that this church is able to say yes to as many opportunities for ministry as we can. Tonight is a night to celebrate. I hope you popped some popcorn. I hope you have an appropriate beverage. I hope that you are ready to have some fun with us. And to do that, you need to know two things. First, you need to know about our Zoom channel. Josh, could you put that slide up? You right now, from the comfort
Round one, minute to win it.
Well, that's interesting.
Sponsored by the Pipe Youth Ministry. Special thanks to Jim Pope for getting all the video clips.
Hello? Hey, everyone. We're back. Right now, you can call using your phone. So we're asking, don't use a Zoom account from your computer or smartphone, but instead, call this number, 1-646-558-8656, and then type in the meeting code you see on your screen. You might want to write it down, 899-6711-9131, and that will get you into our Zoom channel for this night. And we are going to pull call-in guests into our live stream event to play some fun games along with Paul and I. So you'll want to join us for that. So make sure you write down this number, 1-646-558-8656, and the meeting code 899-6711-9131. All right. Whew! Let's go to the next one. Josh, could you pull up pledging? Now, one of the core actions of this night is we want to encourage you to make a pledge to give next year. You can do that very, very simply by going simply to www.fpcf.org/pledge. You'll be taken to a confidential form that you can fill out and submit to our business office, letting us know what you plan to give to the church next year so we can make our plans for our budget and for the ministries of our church family. So if you have not yet pledged, take a moment. You can do it any time throughout the night. You're going to be hearing this address a lot, www.fpcf.org/pledge. All right. Josh, bring it back here for a sec. I am so excited about this night. We have a long list of people who put a lot of time and energy into making this night successful, and we're going to be celebrating them throughout the evening. But for now, we want to get the whole party started with our first round of games, and these games are called Minute to Win It games. Let's take a look.
Round one, minute to win it. Sponsored by the Pipe Youth Ministry. Special thanks to Jim Pope for getting all the video clips. Rules of play. On-screen players compete against the clock to achieve a specific goal, like stacking plastic cups or sorting M&Ms by color, or trying to get an Oreo cookie from their forehead to their mouth without using their hands. or shaking out a Kleenex box tied to their waist that's filled with ping pong balls without using their hands. The left side competitor on your screen is playing for Team Orange. The right side competitor is playing for Team Purple. The winner of each match will receive 10 points for their team. Are you ready? Let's go! Boom.
Wow. That's pretty impressive.
Oh, come on, Abby. Yes, way to use your eyes, Abby. No.
It's so hard, it's not easy. It's just, oh yeah, I have a strategy. I have to slide it. Oh!
Pushing a minute here. Let's go, Abigail. Oh my goodness, Stella, what in the world? That's unbelievable. Yes, yes. Margot, yes. Come on, Team Orange. No. Yes, yes. Nice job, Margot Halligan. All right, cup stacking. Come on, Beth Pachana. That's pretty amazing. Beth, actually, she stopped. She time teleported over and picked up the cup and helped out Ava. That's really amazing. See, they're trying to get that red cup up to the top. Can they do it? Or they're trying to get to the bottom. Oh, yeah. Come on, Beth. 10, 9, 8, 7, 3. Come on, Beth. Yes! 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 Margo versus Marie. Marie's going to do it while she's eating an Oreo. Oh, Margot. Okay, all right, here we go. This is actually the Huftons. They wear their masks at home around each other. Yeah, so Tom doesn't have to. I'm talking right now over the thing so they can hear me. Tom said he was tired of smiling at Gary, so he just wears his mask. That's a true story. That's a true story. Nice job, Carrie Hufton. Yes. Yes. All right, let's go, Mark Machana. And this is also the true story. When Mark Machana was studying to be an attorney, he actually did it as a night job, sorting M&Ms by color. That's a true story. So I think that's right. He seems to be just like throwing the M&Ms off the table so he doesn't have to sort his money. All right. It's okay, Mark. It's all right, Mark. Right. Well, checking back in with the score, we see at the end of our first round of play, Joseph and Team Orange over here are sporting a whopping 60 points. Paul and Team Purple sporting 60 points as well. Paul,
Yes.
it's a tie
Come
game. We have some thank yous to make here before we keep going here. First, we wanted to thank our many wonderful Pipe family members who, where am I looking, Josh? Am I going one or two? I'm going up here. Okay. We want to thank our many Pipe students and families for their participation in our first round of play, Minute to Win It games. Especially, we want to thank the Houghton family. We want to thank the Halligan family, the Lachana family. We especially want to thank Beth Lachana for winning the night with her trying to shake out those ping pong balls from that Kleenex box. Well done, Beth Lachana. Tonight, we are keeping score. And this is not a usual thing for Paul and I, but tonight we are keeping score. Every game we play will have a chance to add points to Paul and I's total, which you'll see tracked in the top of your screen throughout the night.
Come on, Purple.
On the bottom of your screen, Josh, could we start that little reminder for folks? On the bottom of your screen, you're going to see some information about how you can join our pledging efforts, and you can let us know your pledge. That we have a variety of different ways for you to do that. You can go to fpcf.org/pledge. You can actually text pledge right now to 810-255-4574 and make a one-time contribution or set up a recurring contribution that way. Or you can email your pledge directly to our business manager, Jim Hugan, at jimhugan@fpcf.org. Paul, that was fun.
That was fun. They got some moves.
They got some moves.
You know, we need a dance night here, I think.
I think that might be coming up next.
Somebody's going to cut a rug.
Like one of those dance-offs where we
Yeah.
just have to keep dancing until people make their pledges. Then that might be fun. Up next, we want to cut to a video of our various ministry team leaders who are who are hard at work leading our church through this pandemic ministry. Our staff, though we are not working in the office together like we used to, our staff has been incredibly hard at work, making sure that our children and our youth and our adult ministries are continuing to run, making sure that our neighborhood breakfast program continues to run. We are still open, though our doors are not. And we are excited about the many things God is doing through our church ministries. And so let's take a look at what God's been up to through some of our ministries.
Welcome to the Grove. I'm here to tell you a little bit about what we have done in the crazy year of 2020 in children's and young families ministries. It has been a wild roller coaster for sure. The major thing that happened was I'm standing in this room and we were able to, even with supply chain slowing down and work slowing down for a little bit, able to complete this beautiful space that we got to use for a short while, and we can't wait to welcome you back into. So the major thing we did this year was complete this space. So shout out to the task force, Don, David, Lionel, and Jim for helping make this dream come true. So I can't wait for you to see it in person, but I think you're going to get to see a little bit of it here on a video. Other things we've been doing this year, had to get real creative. So we have had all sorts of fun things going on Facebook. We've had competitions. All families got to get a Jesus Storybook Bible and read through it this summer. We've had some fun competitions. When it was nice out, I made loads of visits to people's houses, got to play in your yards and backyards and come and see you in person, which was so wonderful. We've got to start a huge pen pal writing campaign. I know our family has loved that so much. Over 70 families have been receiving cards from young children and young families from our church, and that's been really fun to get mail back and exchange pictures and Bible verses and all sorts of fun things. Another thing we started this fall is we had a preschool group led by Taylor Van Buskirk, which had a good group of preschoolers who came in and got to have some really fun time together, learning all sorts of fun things academically and also spiritually, and most of all, getting to spend time together in fellowship. We also kicked off liturgy boxes, which has been a fun addition to our ministry. Each family can sign up each month to get a liturgy box. You maybe have seen on the live stream my intros to that. And so there's activities to do each week that coincide with the children's message or the sermon scripture. So that's been fun to do along together. And right now we're walking through Advent together and doing all sorts of fun things and collaborating. We can't wait to welcome you back, but in this time apart, we've been able to stay together in a lot of fun ways. So I hope that you have a very Merry Christmas, and we will see you soon.
Hi friends, the Pipe has been consistently meeting on Sunday evenings, whether it be online or in person outdoors. We have been visiting families and visiting students. This year we have created an online presence, which has been good, on Instagram, the Pipe Instagram, the Pipe Facebook for students, the Pipe Facebook for parents, Pipe Twitter, as well as Pipe YouTube. So we have created a much better online presence this year. We've had Zoom Pipe services on Sunday evenings with some fun things, and then we record the service and send it out to everyone. We have had a Pipe road tour where we went to students' homes and played outdoor yard games. We have had outdoor meetings at families' homes throughout the summer. So we met outdoors and played yard games, and then we had devotionals. And pretty much toured all of the families in Pipe. In the fall, we moved into the Grove and met on Sunday evenings for competition and fun and teaching. And we've been also involved in the neighborhood breakfast when our team rotates up. We've had the quarantine awards. We've had the quarantine games. We've had the gratitude challenge. We've had costume parties. We've had weekly devos every week. We've had baby picture contest and Find the Pipe Award contest, talent show, all sorts of things that we've been doing just to keep students interacting and communicating with one another. We have also met with the young adults on Thursday evenings for outdoor cookouts and outdoor games, as well as Top Golf. And then we moved indoors for house church on Sundays with the young adults. And I would like to say thank you to Cassie Ross, who helped us establish who interned with us through the spring and summer and helped us establish an online presence and loved on our students. To Dick and Kim, who continue to support and love on our students. To Todd and Christy Minery, to Jerry and Bethany Leslie, to Scott and Cherish Haney, as well as Tom Hufton, who continually and consistently love our students at Pipe. Pipe has been busy, and we have had a different year, but a good year, and we have tried to be consistent in sharing the word and loving on students, and that's what Pipe is all about. And it has been a different year, but it has been a good year.
Well, I wanted to share some things with you, what's going on with the music ministry and how we've been dealing with this global pandemic. Of course, it's very difficult, if not impossible, for us to gather to rehearse choirs or bells or any large group activities. So we've had to come up with some creative ways to continue our music ministry here. Some things that I've tried to do is I've created a keyboard series called Between the Keys, which is sharing with you some piano music and some organ music, and we'll get back to that. I've missed a couple months here with that, but that's one way that we could share music with you remotely since we can't gather for concerts. Another thing we're doing is bringing in some of our choral fellows into the streamed Sunday worship service when we know it's safe to do that. Right now we don't have any singers coming in, but we've created shields for them, and we can usually have 4 or 5 singers present at a time, and that's relatively safe for us to do. Right now we're relying again on remote recording, and which is sort of something totally new for me. Many church ministry programs are going to this with their streamed services. So one thing we're doing here with our hymns in particular, I'm using a software program called GarageBand, kind of a funny name, and that allows me to record the piano part, for instance, of a hymn, and it's got a beat to it, so I send that out to singers. It sounds like this. I've got one pulled up here. So that we call a piano click track. So I'll send that out to the singers. Some of our chancel choir members have participated in that. It's kind of complicated to do. I even tried it, and it's a little challenging, but once you get past the technological hurdles, you can do it. So I send that piano track out to the singers. They need to listen to it using earbuds or headphones on one device, and then on another device, like their mobile phone, they record it on voice memo. And then I take those files, so everybody has to send those files back to me, and I bring them into this program, and I have to line everything up with that click that you hear. So as I add voices, I have to line them up with that pulse. So we eventually, in this recording, I've got 4 singers. So it's kind of a layering process, and it was a large learning curve for me because I'm not so good at computers anymore, but it's quite different than running a rehearsal. It's a whole new thing, but it gets us through this pandemic. We can still sing glory to God through our music and our hymns, so that has helped us out. So you'll see more of that in the coming months.
Hi. Well, as far as the breakfast program goes here, we have not stopped. We continue. We started out with purchasing some sandwiches with the whole pandemic, but then I realized we've got the food, why are we stopping? We can do this with a minimal amount of people and do takeout, and that's what we've been doing. With the support of the church, obviously, we can't do this. But we've continued. We continue to see about 80 people to 90. So our numbers are down a little bit, but again, no food gets wasted because whatever's left over, we take over to the shelters. So every Sunday, there's about anywhere between 90 to 100 people still being fed. And that's what we're all about. We're about being God's hands and feet.
We are indeed blessed here at the First Presbyterian Church of Flint to have so many ministries going so well, continuing to do the work that God has called us to do here. There's a lot of different things that we need to be grateful for here as a church family. We have had a absolutely wonderful opportunity this past year to continue to gather, albeit in a live streaming context. I want to share with you just a couple numbers. I looked up here today doing a little research in our live streaming statistics. Over the past 10 months since we've been live streaming, we have had on average, on a given Sunday, we have had about 250 different unique accounts signed in to either Facebook or YouTube for our Sunday services. And we assume that for every unique account, there are at least 2 people watching. I know, like, for example, in my family, that's more than 2, and in some it's 1, but we figure 2 is a safe number, so that means that we have on average over 500 people participating in our weekly live streams, and we have heard nothing but gratitude from those who are participating, and we are so excited that we've been able to pivot into that for the past year. It's been weird, but it's been fun, Paul, right?
You know, it's a season of opportunity. Carl Angelo may have summed it up in his little clip there. Learning new things and experimenting and trying new things and adapting.
Yeah.
And so we've been able to adapt, thank God.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. We also started a daily prayer service that many of you watching are participate in each day, Monday through Thursday. We have, on average, about 65 different people participating in our daily prayer through Facebook and YouTube, and it's become a wonderful little community of people who get together, and through Paul, you and I guess I'll say, that we're able to guide people through a very brief morning prayer liturgy, but it's a great way of starting our days, it's a great way of starting our weeks, and you might not know this, but just last week, we crossed our 150th daily prayer liturgy last week.
I did not know that.
So I
do not keep track of those sorts of things.
We have had 150
Wow.
different daily prayer services
Wow.
Since we started back in Holy Week this year.
Yeah.
And it has been a wonderful opportunity for many of us to reinvigorate some of our spiritual walk. So just want to say a special thank you to those who have made that possible by being participants with us in it. Yeah. Now, Paul, it's time to have some fun. Let's watch this video about our next game, Bluff the Listener.
Round 2, Bluff the Listener. This game is played in 2 rounds. In each round, 2 short stories will be read aloud. One of these stories will be from the Bible. The other will be totally made up. A lucky call-in listener will get to sort out which is which. If the listener is able to correctly sort out truth from fiction, they'll earn that team 50 points. If they guess incorrectly, the other team gets the points. Are you ready? Let's go!
All right, we've got a caller here. I've just asked them to unmute here. Caller number 810-223-6437. Could you unmute? Actually, can I unmute you? Nope, I can't. I can just. Let's see if they're getting a code to unmute.
Caller.
All right, here's what I'll do. I'll put them in the waiting room, and then I'll readmit them. Are we ready? Nope, they're still muted. Okay, I'm gonna. Oh,
Is there a code?
hello there. Nope. Here, let me try again. Okay, ready? Let's go. One more time. Oh. Well, we're having a little bit of technical issues. Let's see. Hello there.
Hello.
Ah.
Hey.
there we go.
Hello. Who are we talking to today?
Sorry, it's Stella Hufton.
Stella Hufton, fresh
Excellent.
off of her winning epic win.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Whoa.
All right, Stella Hufton, give me just a second. I'm going to try to get you into our, hold on just a minute. I'm just going to go like this and then
How'd
like
you get your
this.
daddy and mom to do that? That was pretty funny, man.
Sorry, Stella, I'm just trying to get our audio on the right.
It's okay.
Are you nervous?
No. I've been ready for this for 37 minutes and 12 seconds.
37 minutes and 12 seconds.
This is great. Okay, hold on, Stella. I'm trying to get you into our system so everybody can hear you. Hold on just a moment.
Okay.
Nothing like going live here. Let's do this.
Learning to adapt. New opportunities.
That's right.
See?
That's right.
You never know what's going to happen. I will say about the morning prayers, you mentioned that they're brief. There are some times when I feel like I'm rambling a little longer than brief. And sometimes they feel like it's a little long. But
Let's see. Let's go here.
ramble a little more.
Well, We're having a hard time getting Stella into the whole. Let's see. Here's what we're going to do.
So she's coming out of the speaker, but
Here,
not
we're going to do
going into
this.
the-
This might not work. We're going to find out, though. We're going to find out.
Well, while we're waiting, just a
Can we,
little...
Josh? Can you hear Stella?
Say something, Stella.
Can you turn it up, Josh? Here, try. Stella, are you there?
Hey,
Oh
I
my
think we got
goodness.
her.
All right.
All right.
So we're going to hope that everyone at home can hear Stella as well. Stella Houghton, you are playing Bluff the Listener, and today Paul Iterak is going to read to you two stories, one of which is from the Bible and the other is not. Now, both might not be exact, literal word for word from the Bible, but they are going to be from the Bible. So you have to decide which of his two stories, story one or story two, is from the Bible and which is not. Are you ready to play? Okay.
Okay.
Stella, here comes your two stories.
Listen carefully, Stella, because these may not be stories you've heard of. So, are you ready? Eyewitnesses were emphatic in their reporting to the old prophet in Bethel. It is just as we've said, the body is in the middle of the road, not off to one side, not down in the ditch, but in the middle of the road. The body of that man of God who came from Judah and prophesied against the altar in Bethel. Yeah, the same guy who, when King Jeroboam reached out to grab hold of him, withered the king's hand. Yes, the same guy who then, when the king pleaded for mercy, prayed to the Lord and the king's hand was restored. That's the man of God from Judah whose body is lying there in the middle of the road. And the witnesses breathlessly continued their report to the old prophet who lived in Bethel. It's the same man you deceived with that so-called message from Yahweh, you told him. That same one who believed your made-up message and sat with you to eat and drink. Yep, he's the one. The very same one to whom, when the word of the Lord actually did come to you, you prophesied against because he disobeyed and accepted your lying invitation to eat and drink in your home. And by Jove, the witnesses continue, that's not the most amazing thing. Standing beside his body is a donkey, the very donkey you saddled for him to ride home. But that's not all. Beside the body is the man, and your donkey just standing there is a lion. Yes, you heard us right, a lion, the very kind of lion with body-shredding teeth that could shred, say, a donkey to pieces, and carcass-tearing claws that could, say, gut a plump human body in front of it with one swift swipe to the soft abdomen. Standing next to the dead body of the man of God from Judah and your donkey is a lion. The both of them, the donkey and the lion, just standing there next to each other by the man of God's dead body laying there in the middle of the road. There's your first story.
Wow, that is a story. All right, so that's story one. Here comes story two.
All right. Pay attention to details. Sylvanus and Philip were twins. When finally old enough to serve in the tabernacle, their job was to sweep up the crumbs from the loaves of bread baked fresh every morning. Thinking that work beneath what they were capable of, they decided to do something more important and more in line with the saucy scamps they were known to be. So if crumbs are so important, then more crumbs must be even more important. So along with the morning sweepings, they took a small chunk out of each loaf of bread. No one would notice because mice were often slipping under the curtains there, and if not mice, then the elders often helped themselves to small pieces of that fresh baked bread. I mean, could you blame them? The smell was intoxicating. The boys' plan was to make their gatherings into a single loaf and to offer it, as they saw the priest do, on the altar of the Lord. What Sylvanus and Philip did not know was that if caught in such an act, the punishment was severe and swift. Stoning. Now I say if caught because while a few had dared to offer such unsanctioned sacrifices and were caught, there were others who were simply never seen again. Camp Scuttlebutt has it that they'd been consumed by the fire of the Lord for their impious act. Well, the end of the week came. The boys molded their single loaf, and while the elders were busy leading 6-hour prayers, the boys neared the altar, blazing hot flames licking above the top grate. They climbed the 7 steps together and were poised to throw the loaf into the flames when all of a sudden something unseen grabbed hold of them and dragged them down the steps. Once they gathered their wits and found they were still breathing, they let out a yowl which their mother heard and recognized immediately as that of her impish twins. She ran over to find them on the ground covered in dust and ashes. Seeing their loaf of homemade bread, she quickly deduced what they had attempted, and with thanks to God, she called over the elders, and there and then she offered the boys, the now very submissive boys, to serve as sweepers in the tabernacle for the rest of their lives. Everyone, including Silvanus and Philip, and most importantly, the Lord, agreed.
All right, Stella, you have 2 choices here. Story 1 about the man from Bethel.
Yeah.
Story 2 about Silvanus
And Philip.
and Philip. Which one is really from the Bible, and which one did Paul make up?
Come on.
All right, so you think that Paul made up the story of... Okay, so...
The
so,
lion, the donkey, and the...
Yep. So Stella thinks that you made up the first story, and if she's right, then you get 50 points. If she's wrong, then Team Orange gets 50 points. So let's find out, Paul, which
Stella,
one...
do you want to reconsider your guess? I just want to give you one opportunity to reconsider here.
No, she doesn't.
Are you sure, Stella? You don't want to reconsider?
Have you really thought about this? Okay, if you're right,
are you playing favorites?
Listen, if you're correct, Stella, you give points to Pastor Paul, but if you're wrong, then I get the points, and I'll happily take them.
Oh, I'm so nervous.
Oh, yeah? You might want to choose the second one?
You think the second one,
You think
Silvanus and Philip?
Maybe that second one was made up? Okay,
Wow.
Paul, tell her if she's right or wrong.
Well, I'm really, really glad you switched because the second one is definitely made up.
Oh,
Silvanus
nice
and
job,
Philip.
Stella. Way to go.
Woo-hoo!
You've
Way to
earned
go.
Paul 50 points for Team Purple. Thanks for playing, Stella.
Hey, check out the first one in 1 Kings. You'll find it, I think, chapter 13. So
That was a freebie. That's
free.
All
That's
right.
what you learn on
Stella,
morning prayer.
thank you so much. Thanks for playing.
Woohoo!
All right. Let's bring somebody else in, have some more fun. And it's my turn, so I'm going to bring in this number. Hello, this is 955-1710. Who's this? Oh, you know what? If you're listening, you're going to have to turn off your live stream.
Scott Minery.
Scott Minery. All right, Scott Minery, mute your live stream so we can talk, okay? Or he can go in a different room, either one. All right, Scott, are you there? All right, Scott, this is Team Orange's time to shine. I'm going to read you 2 stories. One's from the Bible, one's not. You ready to play? All right, here we go. My 2 stories are both about the strange experiences of the prophet Ezekiel, so you get to decide which one is a real one and which one is made up. The first story is called the story of the 5-time roasted lamb. Here we go. Have you heard about the time that Ezekiel the prophet was minding his own business, combing his elegant beard, and playing his favorite vinyl LP, I Saw a Wheel, when all of a sudden God showed up outside his house? Ezekiel, God said, "Are you in there?" And Ezekiel said, "Here I am, Lord." And then God said, "Come outside, Ezekiel." And so Ezekiel did. And then God said, "What do you see, O mortal?" And Ezekiel said, "Well, I see a fire and a cooking grate and an enormous hunk of lamb, better than the best butcher could prepare. And God said, "Good. Now I want you to cook this lamb until it is done. And then I want you to cook it again, and again, and again, and again, 5 times, mortal. I want you to cook the lamb 5 times until it is burnt and shriveled and tasteless." And Ezekiel said, "Lord, can't we just do it 1 time?" And God said, "No, 5 times. Then God said, "Then, after you've cooked it, I want you to spend 77 days eating the 5-time roasted lamb." Ezekiel said, "How long?" And God said, 77 days. And Ezekiel said, "Are you sure, Lord?" And God said, "Don't make me say it again." And so Ezekiel the prophet cooked the lamb 5 times and spent the next 2.5 months eating it, shortly before contracting a severe case of viral gastroenteritis and spending the next 2 weeks in an outhouse. That's story number 1, Scott. Here's story number 2, which we're calling Sleepless on the Right. Once, the prophet Ezekiel was minding his own business, adulting all over the land, doing whatever adult prophets did during an average week, when all of a sudden God spoke to him. "Mortal, what's up?" God said. And Ezekiel said, "Not much." And God said, "Mortal, tell me, do you still have your army toys?" And Ezekiel said, "Maybe. Who's asking?" And God said, "Mortal, I want you to take this brick and I want you to draw a picture of a city on it. And then I want you to lay down in the dirt and take your army toys and pretend to attack the city drawn on the brick." And Ezekiel said, "What?" And God said, "Then I want you to build some toy catapults and battering rams and attack the brick city. When you're finished, take this metal plate and bury it in the ground so it looks like a wall. Then attack the fake brick city with your fake toy soldiers." And Ezekiel said, "Well, I guess I don't have anything else to do." So okay, he did what God said. And then God said, "Oh, by the way, and when you're finished, go ahead and lay down and take a nap, but only lay on your left side for, let's say, 390 days. And then switch sides and lay on your right side for, let's say 40 days. And God said, "And mortal, do not cheat. Here, use this rope to tie yourself down so you won't flip over." And Ezekiel did what God commanded. All right, Scott, which of those 2 stories was true and which was made up?
Can I phone a friend?
What? Do you have a friend you could quickly phone?
Oh,
Jim Pope.
oh, perfect.
Listen, if you can get a hold of Jim Pope by phone, by all means. But Scott, we do need an answer. So
The army toys?
So Scott, you think that Ezekiel playing with army toys attacking a brick city is fake? Yes. Now, are there other people in your house who maybe are speaking words of wisdom to you? Oh, is that your very wise mother who teaches 2nd graders with amazing skill? Is that? Did she say it's possible it's story number 1? Is that what you think too, Scott? I believe it's number 1. Scott, you're in luck. Story number 1 was fake, and story number 2 was false. Way to go. Oh no, story number 1 was fake, 2 was true.
Yeah.
You can read about it in Ezekiel chapter 4 if you want the whole story of Ezekiel playing with his army toys. Okay. Scott, thank you so much. Hi to the ministries. It's nice to see you all. Thanks for playing. Thank you. All right. More fun to be had in a little bit, but for now, let's see, where are we going next? Yes. Paul,
Where are we going?
we have a great staff, don't we?
Exceptional.
I love the staff of this church.
Yep.
We are, it is an amazing group of people who give up their their time and energy and talents to help make this church really successful in all of its various ministries. I'm so excited. One of our staff members this coming year, 2021, is going to be his 25th year of being on staff here. He joined in 1996 in May. And so I wanted you, if some of you have never met Jim Hugan before, others of you know him very well. But here's a little bit about Jim Hugan celebrating his 25th year here on staff at First Pres.
We are blessed by so many things here at the First Presbyterian Church of Flint, and one of the areas that we're blessed in is our staff. And our most senior staff member here has been here for 25 almost years, and he is the business manager here, heading up our business office, Jim Hugan. Let's go and say hi.
Hi, my name is Jim Hugan. My first date on staff was May 1st, 1996. A lot of different ways. It's become much more complicated. Our investment portfolio has changed drastically. The world of investments has changed drastically 4 or 5 times. There have been changes to employment law, 401ks, 403bs, just a huge spectrum of things. On a lighter side, now I need reading glasses, and I didn't in 1996. But we also wore 3-piece suits back then to work every day, and we obviously don't do that now. We've had 4 different pastoral administrations, each one with their own vision of an organization, which caused changes to the accounting system and rewrites of the accounting system. So it's gotten a lot more complicated. That's a real easy question. It's the members and the staff. The members are the church. They're God's feet on the ground. And it seems funny to say, but I really feel called to be here. Called to help the membership, to serve the membership, to help them do what God's called them to do on a daily basis. Simply put, I think the Presbyterian and Baptist doctrines are pretty similar. We kind of get to the same place via different paths. Organizational structure might be a little different. But the book of Ecclesiastes ends with King Solomon declaring the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the duty of all mankind. I believe that will move us to work together, whether we're Baptists or Presbyterians, for his honor and his glory. I think this role is really the traditional jack of all trades. I wrote a couple things down here. You've got to know employment law, accounting methods, tax-exempt organizational law, employee benefits, property management. A lot of varied questions come about things. Chet Franke sat in a long meeting with me asking questions about things several years ago, and he says, Jim, you ought to write a book about all this. And I said, that book's been written many times by many people. It's just my responsibility to read it and learn from them. And I think it's important to know a little bit about a lot of different things. And know when you need to call in some experts and get other opinions. And I think that's the most important thing about the business manager. You can't do it all. You've got to have a team of people that you can count on and talk to and really use from their experiences. The book of Nehemiah is my favorite book. Nehemiah was the first real church business manager. He was the king's cupbearer, a slave, but a very important servant. He went to the king and asked if he could go back to his home country and rebuild his torn city. And the king let him do that. The king gave him the assets to do that. Nehemiah had to count the costs every day. He had to procure supplies from all over the kingdom. He had to plan every day. He had to fight enemies every day to accomplish the tasks. He had to budget. He had to find workers for the cause. He had to encourage the workers. It was really a daunting task. But I don't think today is any different. God's given us the responsibility to build his kingdom and where he calls us. And he gives us gifts to accomplish those tasks. And one of those gifts are finances, because you can't do it without the financing. As the phrase goes, to whom much is given, much is required, right? I always tell people that I know what you believe by where you put your money. And I think that's important for us. I've seen God's people do that here at First Press for 25 years. I'm humbled by the generosity, amazed and encouraged every day by the gifts that this congregation gives. That's important. It's important for the work that this congregation is doing, and we can't do it without their help.
We are grateful for our church staff here, and especially Jim Hugan. We're also grateful for though Jim Hugan has been here for 25 years, we're also grateful for our newest staff member, who's over behind the computer. You can't see him right now, but his name is Josh Kennedy. He's waving, but no one can see him. Josh keeps all of our live stream operations running smoothly, and I can truly say that we would not be able to do all that we've been able to do this far without Josh being a part of our ministries here at First Pres. So we're excited to have him join us and for all the many faces you'll see around our church these days. Paul, are you ready to have some more fun?
I am. I'm just struck. There was a lot of things that Jim said that really touched me.
Yeah.
And the one about his being called was important. It didn't sound funny at all, though he said it may sound funny. But that calling, not just for the job, but as to be part of the people here, to be part of the congregation, to be part of the active membership that's involved in getting involved, dirty hands in the life of the work of the congregation. And that struck me. That's a good word for us to hear.
Yeah.
So
Good.
I'm ready. Let's play.
Let's do it. Okay, so let's take a look at the game we're going to play next. And if you're not in the Zoom chat, you have, by the end of this video, to get there, remember 1-646-558-8656, and you can use the meeting code 899-6711-9131 to join us. Take a look at our next game.
Round 3, call-in trivia. Rules of the game: each call-in listener will be asked 3 questions by one of the teams. All of the questions will be based on the Bible. Each correct answer will earn that team 25 points. After 3 questions, a new call-in listener will join, and the other team will have a chance to ask their 3 questions. Are you ready? Let's go.
All right, so let's bring in our caller here. Hello there, you're on with us. This is 231-396. I can't read your numbers fast enough, but who is this? Oh my goodness, Elise Higgerson.
Hello,
Welcome,
City.
Elise. Elise, you're playing call-in trivia, and today Paul is going to ask you 3 questions. Each question has a multiple choice answer, and your job is to guess the correct answer. Every correct answer will give Paul 25 points to the purple team. Are you ready to play?
No, I'm excited, man. I'm excited.
I am not sorry. So, Paul, go for it.
All right. Here we go. Elise. Belteshazzar.
You just started with
Man,
Belteshazzar.
I should have just said.
You're just giving it away, aren't
Man,
you?
who was born on Christmas Day? Here we go. Here's the question. Belteshazzar was the Babylonian name given to, and then they got a choice here. Was it Jeremiah, Peter, or Daniel? Jeremiah, Peter, or Daniel? Belteshazzar. Say it again.
Did you say C?
I think I heard C. Daniel. I thought I heard. Is that right, Elise?
Yes.
C. Daniel. Boom, baby. Yes.
Nice job. Nice
Woo-hoo.
job. 25 points for Paul. All right.
That was a hard one. That should give like 50 points.
Oh, man. Whew. All right, Paul, let's go question 2.
Question number 2. Alrighty. Who dreamed of a stairway reaching from heaven to earth? Was it Jacob, Esau, or Isaac? Jacob's ladder. You got it.
Confident.
Man. Yes,
Confident.
Elise, way to
All
go.
right, all right.
Woo-hoo.
25 more points for the purple team.
All right. And this may be a little challenging, but here we go.
You've survived Belteshazzar.
You're doing great.
I
If you
think
got
you're good.
Belteshazzar, I think that may be the hardest one. From which of his sons did King David flee? Did he run away from Absalom? Did he run away from Saul? Did he run away from Jesse? Which was the son of David? Absalom, Saul, or Jesse? Absalom? Say it again, Absalom? Hey, that's right.
Yes,
that's right.
A.
It's not
Absalom.
only a
Oh,
William
wow.
Faulkner. All
Elise,
right.
that's amazing.
Way to go.
Way to go.
Excellent. Thank you.
Elise, you have earned Paul and the purple team 75 points, and they've taken the lead.
We're up, man. Way to
Welcome.
go.
Thank you so much. All right, hi to everybody in the Higgerson house. All right, bye. Oh boy, Paul. Okay, I'm going to try pulling this person in here. Hello, you're on Stewardship Night Live. Who's this? Hello, you are on. Are you there? All right, we're going to put you back in the waiting room. Let's try again. Let's try. Hi, this is Stewardship Night Live. Who's this? This is Tyler and Ella. Oh my goodness, Tyler and Ella. I love it.
Right.
Tyler Rossmessler, elder of this church.
Put the pressure on him.
I don't want to put any extra pressure on you, but if you lose, you're automatically kicked off of session. So let's have some fun. All right, Tyler and Ella, you're playing with me today, and I'm going to ask you 3 questions, and each question is going to give the orange team 25 points. And Ella, I know you are team orange all the way. So,
Hey now.
here we go. First question. Can you name for me, please, 5 of Jesus' 12 disciples?
Ooh. Man.
Keep going for extra points. No, not really, but
Bartholomew made it in there.
well done. That was so super fast.
Wow.
You got through those. You could also have said Andrew, Thomas, James the son of Alphaeus, Simon the Zealot, Judas son of James, or Judas Iscariot. Way to go. 25
Good job,
points here.
Ella.
All right, next question. In the book of Numbers, how many spies were sent into the promised land to scout it out? Was it A, 5, B, 12, or C, 20? Send that girl to seminary.
Absolutely.
She's got it
On
right.
her way.
Way to go, Ella. Nice job. All right, last question, Ross Messlers. In what gospel can you find magi or wise men? Is it A, Matthew, B, Mark, or C, Luke? I think something creaked there, and it sounded like Luke, but then I think your voice said Matthew. Is that right? Ella, you are correct. Matthew is right. Nice job, Ella. All right. Woo. Thanks for playing, Ross Messlers. Hi to everybody in Fenton. All right, goodbye.
She's sharp.
She's good.
Seminary bound, I think.
Okay, Paul, you want to go one more round?
I can do that.
Okay, here we go. Hi, you're on live with Stewardship Night Live. Are you there?
Hello?
Hello. If you're there, if you could turn down your live stream audio so you can hear us. Hello?
Yeah, just 1 second. There you go.
All right, who is this?
Yeah.
Oh, it's the Halligan
Margo.
family.
Yeah.
All right, you're up with Paul.
All right, Margo, you ready? The Halligan clan? Okay, here we go. The first missionary partner of St. Paul, was it Peter, Barnabas, or Luke? Peter, Barnabas, or Luke? I'll tell you this, the name Barnabas means son of encouragement. Peter means, well, rock. And Luke, well, he was a doctor. Peter, Barnabas, or Luke? Who was the first? Man, Marie, way to go.
Nice job, Marie. Nice
I
job,
love it.
Marie.
Way to go. All right, let's go on to, we got two more here. One is the name. I'm looking for the name of the 84-year-old widow who lived in the temple and praised God when she saw the baby Jesus. What was her name? Was her name, now listen carefully, was her name Jezebel? Was her name Salome? Or was her name Anna? Let's rethink that just a little bit. I thought I heard you say something other than Salome. She could dance. She was young.
She wasn't old.
She was not old. So you got...
what'd you say?
Did you guys hear Anna? Anna, it's right. Anna is right.
Anna, yeah, that's correct. That's correct.
A-N-N-A.
Nice
Anna.
job, Halligans. 2 for 2.
Oh, man. All right, here we go. This one, another name one, but I'm going to tell you what the names mean, and maybe this will be a big clue. So this one hits really close to home, because what was the name of the young man who fell asleep during Paul's preaching and fell out of a window? Thankfully, he did not die. Was his name Silas, which means wood or forest? Was his name Eutychus, which means fortunate? Or was his name Timothy, which means God honored? Boy, he was a lucky young man, wasn't he? Fell asleep during the... Say it again. B, Eutychus is right. Way to go. The fortunate one.
Nice job, Halligans.
Woo-hoo.
Thanks for playing, Margot and Marie
Thomas.
and Thomas and Jeremy. Nice to see you all, and thanks for playing on our video games earlier. All right. All right.
Got the lead again.
Now our last one is here. Hello, you're on Saturday Saturday Night
Saturday Night Live.
You're on Stewardship Night Live. Who is this?
Hello?
Hello? Okay, so you need to turn down your live stream audio so we can't hear it. Are you there? Hello?
Hello? I think that was a prank call. Hang up.
No, I think they're there. Hello, if you can hear me, you need to just turn down your live stream. Oh, hello, are you there? Hello, who's this? Who is this? Norma.
All right, Norma.
Okay, Norma Crummer, listen, you're playing with me today, and we're going to get 75 points for the orange team. Are you ready to play? All right, here we go. Norma, on what day of creation did God create the sun and the moon and the stars? Was it day 4, day 5, or day 7? Norma, you are absolutely correct. It was day 4. All right, question 2. What did the people of God make while Moses was up at the top of Mount Sinai? Was it A, a tapestry that said, "We love Moses" on it? Was it B, an apology letter for all the bad things they had said about Moses? Or was it C, a golden calf? Woo-hoo. Norma, you are absolutely right. 2 for 2. Way to go. Okay, last question. Where can you find this quotation in the Bible? Quote, God helps those who help themselves? Is it A, the book of Hezekiah, chapter 4, verse 9? Is it B, the book of Eliminations, chapter 2? Or is it C, it's not in the Bible at all?
Come on, Norma. You can get it.
Sorry, Norma, I think you had some static there. I think, let me read it a little more sarcastically. God helps those who help themselves. Does that sound like it's in the Bible?
I think that
Could be.
he could be tricking you, Norma.
Now, Norma, full disclosure, I could be tricking you.
Yep. He could have made that up or borrowed it from somebody else.
Oh, that's okay. I said I'm probably tricking you.
Yeah, you may want to go with C.
You may want to reconsider your options, and letter C is sounding pretty nice.
Yeah.
Okay, well
Nice.
that's great, Norma. C it is. It's a trick question. That's not in the Bible at all because it's not true. All right. Norma, thank you so much for playing. We appreciate you joining us. Thanks for earning me 75 more points.
Way to go, Norma.
Well, I do. I thank anyone who helped you get me those points. Thank you. All right, Norma, have a great night. All right. Paul, fun with call-in listeners. All right. So up next, let's take a look at what some of our mission partners have been up to. One of the things that I'm excited about the First Presbyterian Church of Flint is that we are connected to a web of mission partners that are doing work in the city, work that we as a church cannot do on our own. And so we willingly contribute to help ensure these organizations are able to continue the work of Christ in their own way. And so here's a look at what some of our ministry partners have been up to.
Inmates at a jail face a lot of uncertainty as they wait for their legal process to unfold. This uncertainty often leads to an openness to God, and some inmates appreciate an opportunity to speak with a chaplain, volunteer, or to join a Bible study. Forgotten Man Ministries ministers to an average of 580 men and women daily at the Genesee County Jail. In a year, this can be as many as 16,000 individuals who are ministered through this ministry. First Presbyterian has supported Crossover Downtown Outreach Ministry since it was established in 1991. They provide free emergency food, clothing, personal care, and household items, as well as youth programs to those struggling to make ends meet. Each day, they help our neighbors in need here in Flint and Genesee County with basic need items. The Genesee County Free Medical Clinic provides health care for uninsured Genesee County residents. They also provide care for patients waiting for Medicaid approval. The clinic provides an amazing variety of health services through the partnership of many organizations throughout the community. All services, including prescribed medications, are free of charge to eligible patients. In response to the challenges of COVID-19, part of our gift this year was to help purchase computers for video appointments with patients. Carriagetown Ministries is a homeless shelter and an emergency services provider. The range of services and opportunities available make them so much more than just a homeless shelter. Residents have an opportunity to create a personal success program that is a mentorship program and is flexible and helps to equip residents with the skills and resources needed to transition into the workforce. There are a myriad of additional opportunities and services offered at Carriagetown. Dinner is served every day in the CTM Cafe for anyone that shows up at 4:50. No questions asked. A community chapel service takes place after the dinner. A free health screening clinic provides access to medical, dental, and optometry services. The donation center receives clothing and household furnishings. These are available to residents, but are also shared with local nonprofits. Computer courses are offered to all residents, and an early Head Start program is also housed at Carriagetown. Blue Line Donuts provides job skills training and income to residents. Our donation goes to support the ongoing ministry of Carriagetown. The Food Bank of Eastern Michigan distributes over 28 million pounds of food annually through a network of over 415 partner agencies in 22 Michigan counties. This number has grown tremendously in 2020 due to the COVID-19 pandemic. This year, we contributed to the school backpack program. This program is designed to provide weekend help to elementary-age children who receive free or reduced-price meals at school. The backpack is full of nutritious and easy-to-prepare foods for children to take home on the weekends. Another program our church contributed to is the Senior Grocery Box. This program provides supplemental food boxes to senior citizens once a month. It provides a senior citizen on a fixed income with 55 to 60 pounds of food each month, including seasonal fresh produce. And every Thursday morning, a group of 8 to 10 volunteers from First Pres met at the food bank to assist the sorting of food items and boxing up packages for distribution. The mission of Voices for Children Advocacy Center is dedicated to serving the child victims and families of child abuse and sex trafficking in Genesee County and enhancing the lives of all children through treatment, education, and by increasing community awareness. This year, our church contributed to the to-go backpacks for the victims of human trafficking. After a victim's safety needs are met, Voices for Children Advocacy Center is faced with meeting the physical needs as well. In most cases, the victims of trafficking have left a situation with no personal belongings or hygiene items. For many victims, being allowed to choose their own items is empowering and a symbol of hope. The YWCA Safe House provides free, safe, emergency shelter and supportive services to survivors of intimate partner violence and sexual assault and their minor children. In addition, they provide safe and secure shelter for victims of human trafficking. They are part of the Sexual Assault Response Team of Genesee County, which provides a coordinated response to sexual assault in our community. They focus on meeting the needs of sexual assault survivors and more effectively holding offenders accountable. During COVID-19, there has been a dramatic increase in cases of domestic assault and human trafficking. Chad Slosher has been leading InterVarsity on the campus of University of Michigan Flint since 2010. Chad has a heart for ministry and specifically for college-age students. He is quite passionate about faith formation and is also committed to the city of Flint. We have helped support Chad in his ministry for a number of years.
All of this is possible because our members contribute to the work of our church, and we can become a clearinghouse for many different organizations doing the work of Christ, and we are most excited about building relationships with some of these organizations so that together we might continue to fulfill our Christ-instituted mandate to be on the lookout for the least of these, wherever they may be found. And we are excited to be able to do this year after year after year at the First Presbyterian Church of Flint. Paul, anything you want to say about that?
Yeah, no, it's. I've been here coming on 13 years, and that's one of the things that really attracted me about First Presbyterian Church of Flint and drew me to sense God calling me here was that outward mission, that outward focus to reach out to the community, to touch people's lives with the love of Christ in a variety of ways. So I'm thankful that it continues stronger than ever.
Yes.
So
excellent. We have another game to play. You ready? Josh, roll it.
Round 4. Wow. Name that hymn. Our two contestants will compete to correctly identify a hymn from our hymnal. Each round, players will take turns bidding with each other on the number of notes they need to hear before they think they can guess the hymn. Once the lowest bid has been reached, Dr. Carl Angelo will play those notes on the piano. Players will then have 15 seconds to guess a hymn title. Each correctly identified hymn will earn the player 50 points. Are you ready? Let's go!
All right, here we go. Name that hymn. Josh, cut over to Carl for a minute. We have Dr. Carl Angelo over here tickling the ivories for us. Hey, Carl. All right, thanks. Carl has picked for us 3 hymns from our hymnal, and Paul and I are going to compete to figure out which one. Carl, tell us a little bit about the first hymn, please.
All right. Our first hymn is based on a 5th century text.
Oh, my goodness.
Which was translated in 1854, and the tune is from the Middle Ages.
I'm ready. Okay, Paul, wait. So I think you get the right to start. So how many notes can you name this hymn in?
60 notes.
60?
60 notes.
60
I think
notes?
I can do it in 60 notes.
60 notes? Okay, I think I could do it in 15.
15? Okay, we'll let you go ahead and do it.
Oh.
Take it.
Oh.
Take it for 15.
Okay, I thought we were going to go down a little more, but here we go. 15 notes, Carl.
Oh, man.
There are actually 2 hymn texts in our hymnal with this tune, but I think this is In a Deep Unbounded Darkness or Evermore and Evermore.
For the Father's love.
Of the Father's love
Of the
begotten.
Father's love begotten.
Oh, you helped me with that.
You got it on the first one.
Well, oh yeah, are we counting that? That's not the one you played, Of the Father's love begotten. Yeah. Okay, are we giving it? it?
Yeah. I mean, I thought it was 2. I thought it was 2. There were two hymns in there with the same tune.
All right.
Anyway.
Carl, are you comfortable with that? Awarding Team Orange?
He's the boss, man.
All right, so Team Orange gets 50 points for that. That's cool. That's fun. All right, Paul.
Come on, Purple, we can do
Number
it.
2, here we go. Carl, tell us about hymn number 2.
All right, hymn number 2, a text that was written in 1969, and a tune in 1738.
Okay, so
69 was
written
a
in
wild
1969, 1978.
1978. No.
What did you say? 1738.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Paul, I think I could name this in 20 notes.
I'll go 16.
Paul?
16.
Name that tune.
Whoa.
Name that hymn, I should say.
I know the tune. What's that first line, man? What's that first line? Give me a clue.
Yeah, you can give him a clue.
The church.
Oh!
The church of Christ.
Yes?
The church of Christ cannot be, the church of Christ cannot
be,
I don't know, what's the word? Just go for it. Bound. That's what it is, bound. No, that's not it. Oh. That was tricky. That's like what you did. The church of Christ cannot be, it's not moved. It's of every age. The church of Christ of every age.
Say it again.
The church of Christ in every age.
Bingo.
Nice job, Joseph. Nice job.
I want to split points with Paul on that one because we worked hard together. Can you give us each 25 points, Josh?
I know the tunes, man, and it's just once the words start, then they'll come. But it is what Wait till you get there, brother.
All right, hymn number 3.
Hymn number 3. What do you say, Joseph?
All right, this text is from 1858,
Text.
and the tune 1850.
Well, they were contemporaries.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm going to say that I can do this in. I'm going to go back 18 notes.
18 notes? Are you serious?
18 notes.
I'll go 16 notes. Again.
I'll go 15 notes.
I'll go 14 notes, Joseph.
I'm going to go 13 notes.
I'm going to give it to you for 13 notes. Joseph, name that hymn.
Lucky number 13. Here we go.
Oh.
Wow. I am coming up dry on this one.
See, you know the tune, though, don't you?
I don't even know if I recognize the tune. This is embarrassing. Okay. Paul, can you do it?
I don't know the words. Dun, 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 dun. If I sing the tune, does that count for something?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll give you half credit if you sing the tune. That's good.
It appears in our hymnal in the dedication and stewardship area. That helps.
Oh, like Three Kings of Orient.
We give ourselves to God. We give
thee but thine own.
Oh, that's it, man. Oh, once you hear it, you know it.
No points awarded. That was, man. All right.
Oh, man.
Okay, so
That's hard.
At the end of 4 rounds, we're standing here with orange team 335, purple team 285.
Come on, purple.
And we have one more game to play, but first, Josh, let's kick it over to the... my kids are going crazy thinking they know this one. Okay, let's go over to the... take me over to the children's lab, Josh. I've got some things to say. That's interesting. It's like, I'm standing here, but then I'm not here. Hey, Paul. All right. You know what? That's fine. Let's go back to the main shot. All right. Well, that was fun. Coming back live here. We have one more round of play before this night's over. I want to just take this moment to remind you to head over to our pledging website, fpcf.org/pledge, where you can make your contribution.
And now, the final round, the final showdown. It's bye.
Fun with the live stream here at FPCF. Make sure you head over to our pledging website. We are hoping to have a record year of number of people committing to making a financial contribution to the ministries of the First Presbyterian Church this year. You can do that easily by going to fpcf.org/pledge. You can let us know what you are planning on giving in calendar year 2021. This will help us know what we can say yes to and what we need to say maybe to as a church going forward. So please make sure you let us know right now, before this night's over, what you plan to contribute to our ministries next year. And if you are behind in your giving for calendar year 2020, you can make that gift right now by texting PLEDGE to 810-255-4574. or going to fpcf.org/give. All right. Paul, are you ready for our last round?
I'm ready.
Okay, Paul, now listen. This is a epic trivia showdown. 15 questions stand between you, me, and winning. And I didn't think it was fair for us to ask each other the questions. I thought we needed a third party. We needed someone we could trust. And so we went for only the best. We brought in Mr. Angie Field himself.
Seriously?
This is Jared Field. Jared, come on down. Jared is going to be our host tonight. Jared, welcome. Welcome to Stewardship Night Live. It is a joy to be with you. You're going to need that microphone over there, Jared. Jared Field is the Director of Communications for the Lapeer Community Schools. And
maybe not by this time tomorrow.
And if they catch wind of what he's doing here, we're not sure. No, this is Jared. Jared is a friend and a member here, and he affectionately goes by Mr. Angie Field. So let us begin. Jared, what are the rules here?
Well, first off, I trust that everyone has been saving their tithes and offerings for such a time as this. Tonight we have two of the preeminent thinkers of our time. Actually, Paul, you misspelled preeminent here. I know.
Yeah.
Normally, for an event like this, you would have to do a pay-per-view. So in light of that, we're waiting on those tithes and offerings tonight, so we appreciate it. So tonight's game, as the Reverend Doctor mentioned, 15 questions plus one final Jeopardy question. There are no negative points for incorrect answers. Now, as these men are generally inerrant, I don't think it'll come into play. So,
Who did write your script?
yeah, that's a good question. Each question is worth 50 points. If, in the unlikely case that one of these men get a question wrong, the other person will have a chance to get it right. So the first 5 questions are multiple choice. The last 10, single choice, or single answer, I should say. First 5, pretty easy. Last 10, a little bit more difficult, but I doubt for men of your stature you'll have no problem with it. All right.
Go ahead, answer.
I got it. I got my buzzer. I'm ready.
Make him give the answer. I get the first
by
question
the way,
freebie.
most of these questions are Bible questions. I did put in
Most?
a couple related to church history
Oh my
and theology
goodness.
to sort of spice up your appropriate beverage.
What do I have in
So,
here?
are you guys ready?
Ready. I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right. Question number 1.
Oh, when we said that, the multiple choice questions, we can interrupt.
You can. We will pause after the question before we get to the
Okay.
4 choices.
All right. That was for Paul's sake.
Yes.
Because I want to. My memory doesn't work so. I'm old. Okay.
All right. Question number 1.
Okay.
Leah bore 7 of Jacob's children. 6 were boys. What was the name of their daughter? Reverend Doctor.
I'm going to go with B, Dinah.
I didn't see it going up on the screen. Yeah.
B.
You weren't paying attention.
B, Dinah,
Right.
final answer.
B, Dinah, is the correct answer.
Yes.
Yes.
Nice. Okay, I'm
That's
watching
50
the screen.
points to Team Orange.
This is good. We have.
I'm sorry, purple team. Wherever your bets are laying
Question
tonight.
number 2. In whose bag of grain was found Joseph's silver goblet
Oh.
in Genesis 44? Go ahead.
Benjamin.
Benjamin. D is correct.
Woohoo!
Nice job, Paul.
Points to
Nice
Team
job.
Purple. Question number 3. This site in Israel is believed to be the setting of the transfiguration of Jesus. Reverend Doctor.
I believe the answer is B, Mount Tabor.
B, Mount Tabor is correct.
Yeah.
50 points to Team Orange. Question number 4. Who said, "The Lord watch between you and me when we are absent one from the other"? Was it A, Jacob, B, Laban, C, Abram, D, Joseph? Pastor Paul.
Laban.
Laban, B, is the correct answer.
Ooh, Paul, that
50
was
points
good.
to Team Purple.
I just can't get village people on my mind looking at you.
Listen, I hope it's not too intimidating,
This
but
is
you showed up
very
with
distracting.
you showed up with a bow tie.
I've never worn a bow tie in my life.
Question number 5. In which Old Testament book does David become king over Judah? Pastor Paul.
2 Samuel.
A, 2 Samuel is correct. 50 points, Team Purple.
Come on, purple. We can
Nice
do
job,
it.
Paul. Nice job, Paul.
Question number 6.
I'm so nervous.
Now remember, no multiple choice.
Ooh,
Whoa, whoa,
ooh,
wait,
oh,
wait,
here we
wait.
go.
No multiple
Here we
choice.
Oh.
I'm ready.
This is serious
Okay.
business.
But it'll
now.
show up there?
I don't know.
It will show up there, but
Okay.
without multiple choice. Question 6. Which prophet was directed by God to name his children Jezreel, not pitied, and not my people? It's Reverend Doctor by a millisecond.
Who is Hosea, Alex?
Hosea is correct.
Man, rats.
50 points, Team Orange.
Split second, did it?
Question 7. Name the 5 cities, or as you, learned men, might call them, apostolic sees, that were home to the early patriarchs of the faith.
Whoa.
All right, I'm going to try. I'm going to try. Okay, I believe Jerusalem,
Correct.
Antioch,
Correct.
Constantinople,
Correct.
Rome.
Correct.
Come on,
What's
baby.
the 5th one?
That's what
Hold on. North Africa? No, is there one in North Africa?
There is.
Oh, then you know what it is.
Alexandria.
Yeah.
Correct.
Woo!
Team Orange.
My head's in like Bible.
My
And it's
seminary
like, oh,
professors were just like,
Those 5 cities, as I'm sure you guys know, were recognized as the Pentarchy in 430, I believe. Council of Ephesus.
Paul was
Yeah.
just telling me that.
Yeah,
We're
absolutely.
working on that. Yeah.
All right,
Just reading
question
that.
8. Which prophet addressed most of his oracles to Israel, although he was from Judah?
Amos.
Pastor Paul. Amos is correct.
Whoa! Nice job!
50 points to Team Purple.
From Tekoa.
Oh, you try to go
South
for
of
like
Jerusalem.
bonus points?
Do I get bonus points? I need about
I'd
50
have to
points.
fact check that. Question number 9. So the last will be first, and the first will be last, comes at the conclusion of which parable?
Come on, Paul.
Reverend Doctor.
Is it the parables of the workers and the vineyard?
That is correct. Man. Question 10.
Good job.
This woman is mentioned in the Gospels more than any other woman outside of Jesus' family. Name her.
You take a guess?
Well,
Bear in mind that we keep no record of wrongs here. You can be...
I'll say Mary. Magdalene.
That is correct. 50 points.
Well, it was
Team
not of his,
Hedging
not
your
of her
bet.
family.
Not of her family,
right,
yeah.
right, right.
Nice
Yeah,
job.
fine.
Nice job, Paul.
All right. Question
That's
11.
questionable though, because that whole section is. Anyway, go ahead.
Question 11. In what chapter of the book of Acts is found an account of the day of Pentecost? Oh. Ooh.
This is the
Pastor Paul.
Assembly of God boy, chapter 2.
Chapter 2 is correct. And actually, that was a Christian band that my mom used to listen to in the 80s.
Ooh.
Second chapter of Acts.
Second chapter of
You
Acts.
got it.
Yeah.
50 points to
I
the
remember
purple
that.
team.
They did a whole Chronicles of Narnia album, if
They
I
did.
remember right.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
All right. Question 12. 2 books of the Bible do not specifically mention God. Name them.
Name both of them. Do not. I know one.
You can get out.
Well, I would offer you 25 for one. Oh, Pastor Paul.
Esther.
Esther is correct.
What's the
25
second
for
one?
the other.
Philemon?
Incorrect.
No.
I will say I got a lot of chuckles out of this book when I was in middle school.
Song of Songs.
Oh.
That is correct.
Oh. Song of Songs, of course. Or Song of Solomon.
All right. All right.
Question 13. We're getting down to the wire here.
Yes,
You can see on your
yes.
screen we're at 585 to 610. Oh, excuse me, 610 to 610 now.
Ooh.
No, you can change it back.
You can change.
No. I didn't get it because I came in after I already guessed incorrectly.
You said Philemon, yeah.
Yep.
All right. Question 13. According to the book of Revelation, where was John when he heard a... Wow, Reverend Doctor, before I even got the question out.
I had to make up for myself here. I believe he was on the island of Patmos.
That is correct.
Yeah.
In modern day...
This is not points. Turkey.
Greece.
Greece, I meant.
Greece, Turkey.
You know, yeah, it's always it's one of the two.
Question 14. So we have 2 questions left,
Oh,
plus
man.
Final Jeopardy.
Okay.
It's getting serious. Question 14. According to the Gospels, how many angels were at the tomb on Resurrection Day?
Oh.
2. 1. 2. 1.
You hear him?
He is correct.
That's exactly
Of
right.
course I'm right.
Matthew and Mark mention 1, and John mentions 2.
So there we go.
Very impressed.
Were they the same? So it could be 3.
It's up for debate.
Yeah.
That's right.
Question 15,
Wow.
last question before Final Jeopardy.
All right.
Ooh, this is a doozy.
Oh, no.
Name the 7 churches in the Roman province of Asia as referenced in the book of Revelation.
Oh.
Listen, let's do it together. If we can do it together, we can each
We
get
can do it
25
together.
points.
I'll give you 25 apiece.
Okay. Laodicea,
Laodicea.
we all remember.
That is correct.
Ephesus,
Yeah.
Correct.
Pergamum.
Pergamum,
Correct.
Thyatira,
Thyatira. You said Ephesus. You said
2 remaining.
not
Smyrna.
Smyrna's 1.
Smyrna.
And it's not Philadelphia.
No, it is. Philadelphia's
Is it
got to be one.
Philadelphia is the 7th. That is
It
correct.
is. That was. Did we have
Was
7
it, there was
6?
7? What did we miss? Sardis. We didn't get
Sardis
Sardis.
we missed,
But
yeah.
he gave it to us. The host is benevolent and
Yeah,
gracious,
Sardis.
and he
Sardis.
gave it to us.
Benevolent and gracious.
Correct.
Oh, man.
And for those interested, you can get Pergamum at Scaff Carpet and Furniture.
All right. Well, we'll split that one.
So that was 15. Now we go to Final Jeopardy, where
Oh.
our contestants
Oh, my goodness.
will be able to wager
Okay.
in the category
Oh, my. Yeah, what's the category?
of early Christian theologians.
Oh, my goodness.
So this is not
Okay.
scripture.
So
It is
the
early Christian theologians.
all right. So the first thing we have to do is write down what we're betting. So I have 660 points to bet. Oh man. Okay. Oh, how much should I bet? I wonder if what would my kids say?
Your kids would say, go for all of it.
Pastor Paul's
Go
being
for
very
all of
private
it.
about
They'd say
his.
bet it all.
I'm what?
You're being very private
Ooh.
about yours.
Well, I am, because I'm not sure what I'm doing here. Early Christian theologians.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Question.
Okay. Now we have to write our answers, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Who slapped Arius, an early Christian theologian from Egypt,
Oh man.
at the Council
Aaron Burr?
of Nicaea during a debate regarding the nature of the Holy Trinity?
First off, who didn't slap Arius?
Right. They're still slapping him.
Okay. Okay.
Got
okay.
it, baby.
Huh? Stop it. Stop. Oh, just a minute. Just a minute. I gotta think. Was it? Okay. Okay.
The answer is always either Jesus or David.
Yes.
Always.
Okay. How do we do this? Do we hold it up to the camera?
All right. We're going to hold it up to the camera.
Or give them to the...
Oh, do
We're
we?
going to do
Can
one
you
at a
re-
time.
We'll do one
Yeah,
at a time.
just do
Okay.
one at a time.
Who goes first?
Whoever is in
Be-
second place, so that would be you.
Okay. So I'll cover up my wager here. I guessed. Oh, I guess we can't see that.
No.
I guessed Athanasius.
Athanasius. That is incorrect.
What? Bad news, everybody. I only wagered 659 points.
Oh, well, so you're still in it.
Athanasius! Are you sure you got your history right?
What did you put? You put Athanasius?
Athanasius. Yeah.
That
So my
is
writing's not the
incorrect.
greatest.
Now,
What'd you bet though?
What I bet.
No. You bet it all.
Baby, I did 685. So it's
now,
like...
I will say this question is seasonal. If you would like a hint, it is seasonal.
It's seasonal.
Yes.
Saint Autumn?
Autumn, fall,
Saint Winter?
spring, winter. Nicodemus. Oh, was it Saint Nicholas?
St. Nicholas is correct.
You know,
Jeez.
that's good, Jared.
That does not
For
sound
his
like
crime,
delivering
he was thrown
gifts.
in jail and stripped of his title of bishop.
Wow.
Man, I did not know
Arius
that.
eventually lost the debate, and his writings were burned by order of Constantine, and anyone in possession of them was sentenced to death.
That is a great question.
Never heard that.
So
The score.
here we are at the end of our night, and it was a high-scoring affair with the orange team managing to cinch victory by 1 point.
Actually, hold on a second. I have one more question, which is worth 1 point. I just threw it in there at the end. Now, Paul, this might be right up your alley.
Or might not.
This ancient city in southern Jordan, settled by the Nabateans,
Oh.
is also the name of a Christian rock band my mom rocked out to when I was a kid in the 80s.
I know the city, but now I guess I know the rock band too. It's Petra.
Petra.
Petra for 1 point, baby.
1 point. There it is.
That is some cool stuff. If you get a chance to look up Petra and look at the ruins that are there, it is phenomenal. It's amazing. The pictures and photos are just crazy.
Friends, we have been on a journey tonight, and we wanted to say thank you for joining us for this epic event that we've been able to put together. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your participation with us. And thank you most of all for choosing to pledge and contribute to the ministries of the First Presbyterian Church of Flint. Just one more time, you can go to fpcf.org/pledge to make your pledge. And you can text pledge to 810-255-4574, or you can email our business manager, Jim Hugan, at jimhugan@fpcf.org. Paul, well done. Thank you so much. Jared, thank you so much for hosting. Thanks to Dr. Carl Angelo for playing our Name That Hymn. Thanks to Josh Kennedy for helping us put all of this together. Thanks to Jim Pope, Angie Fields, and for everybody else who pitched in to make sure tonight happened. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We will look forward to seeing you back tomorrow morning at Daily Prayer with this guy over here.